Hello and welcome to Competitive Communicators, where you compete with yourself. I am Sunny Fridge, your Sergeant at Arms, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to another meeting where we expect to become our best at speaking and leading. And now I'm going to share with you some of the Zoom etiquette with the icons here in our meeting. If you're new to Zoom, you will look to your screen, and at the bottom of the screen, you will see a microphone icon. If you click this screen, you can turn your mic on and off, and you should turn your microphone off whenever you are not speaking. And you will see the red stripe. I was looking for that red stripe. There we go. And to the right of that is the Start Video button. And when you click your video off, that's a good time for you to go ahead and take a bathroom break, make an important phone call, or if you have to eat, that's when you should be off the screen. But we love to see your lovely faces to help support our speakers and make it a great meeting as well. To the right of that is the Participants button, and typically when you click on that, you will be able to find out who is on, and that's important when you want to share a message in the chat. And to the right of the participants, two icons over, is the chat button, and you're able to click on the chat. Since we don't talk out loud at the same time, this is a great time for you to send a message. You can do that by clicking on the down arrow, and you can talk to everyone in the chat. Or you can click the arrow and then you can talk privately with someone. And if you save the chat, only your private chat and all the public messages will be saved. No one else's private chat. Our policy: by participating in our meeting, you agree that a recording will be available publicly on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, website, and other public media. Again, welcome to Competitive Communicators, where you only compete with yourself. At this time, I would like to welcome our president, the newly minted Distinguished Toastmaster, and our president, Tricia Grow. Oh, this is how we actually give support since we can't be heard. So let's welcome Tricia Grow. Yay, Tricia. Way to go.
Thank you very much. It's very, very exciting for me to actually have these three letters at the end of my name. I'm very excited to share this night with you, my first full day as a Distinguished Toastmaster. So thank you all for being here. And we'll take a quick minute or two and go around the virtual room. I'd like you to introduce yourself, your name, where you are from, and something that you look forward to in your next festive season. And I'd like to start with Chris Mitchell, sorry.
All right. Well, thank you, Madam President. My name is Chris Mitchell, and where did I come from? 54 years ago today, my mother's womb. Yes, today is my birthday. I'm in Webb City, Missouri. I'm originally from St. Louis. And what was the other question I was supposed to answer?
Something festive you look forward to.
Well, all right, thank you. Something festive that I look forward to. Well, I don't know if it's festive or not, but I'm looking forward to Christmas this year because a week from today, my wife and I are going to go out of town and do our traditional visit to a randomly picked hotel. And at midnight, we go downstairs with a big tin of popcorn and surprise the staff by giving them popcorn for giving up their night and taking care of us. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you very much. Mike Zhong.
Well, hello, everybody. Fellow Toastmasters, competitive communicators, I miss you so much. Well, for the past month or so, I've been traveling and I've got some family issues to deal with, and I just couldn't be on the meeting. And as you can see, I actually got rid of my hair to prepare myself for the holiday. Well, that's not the reason. But anyway, I'm actually moving back to Canada this coming Sunday. So you're gonna see a different setting in our meetings in January. So I'm looking forward to that. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you very much. And our other Mike Thorne. Yeah, we can't hear you.
You are on mute. You are unmute yourself.
All right, we'll try back in a minute, Mike. William. You there, William? No? Okay. Adrian, how about you?
Sorry about that, Madam President. Madam President, fellow Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, my name is Toastmaster William Thomas. I am the co-founder and past vice president membership. What I'm going to celebrate for the holidays, I'm going to be celebrating with my cousins, and we're going to go out and have popcorn, and we're going to go see some movies, Madam President.
Thank you very much. Now, Adrian.
Thank you, Madam President. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, I am Adrian and the club's Vice President of Membership. I am coming to you live from Arizona, and something festive I'm looking forward to is we will be attending a huge event in the Arizona desert with multiple other RVers. And the last I heard, I think there's about 800 people showing up. That's a lot of people.
Oh my God.
I hear you, William. Absolutely. So I am looking forward to being festive and getting my 80s night on. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you very much. Kim.
Did you call on me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, Madam President. Yes, my name is Kim Mitchell. I don't normally always wear this kind of getup, but it's a little bit festive today, and just trying to, get things together and everything for Christmas. And it's Chris's birthday. Thank you, everyone, for wishing him happy birthday. Appreciate that. So I am in Web City, and what I look forward to for Christmas is just spending time with my husband, usually away when we do that. And it's kind of quiet. And I like that stillness when it's midnight, and just the still that there is. I mean, there's like nothing moving, nothing going on, nothing. And it's just still. And you could hear a pin drop. That to me is amazing. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. Cheryl.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Sheryl Poirier. I am coming from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. The thing I'm looking forward to most over the holidays is that my husband has to stop working. He's closing his office, which is in our house, and it will be so much quieter around here. Kim, I totally am with you on the peace and quiet. Madam President.
Thank you very much. And we have a few guests this evening. I'll call on Willie, as he's been a repeating guest.
Hi, everyone. My name is Willie. I'm from Singapore, the other side of the world. What's your question today? Just now? Sorry, Tricia.
No, that's okay. What's something festive that you look forward to?
I look forward to competitive communication meeting as well as the Singapore Online Irish Toastmaster Cup meeting. And we hope that the Singapore Online Toastmaster Cup can be of equal standard with competitive communicator. We are trying very hard. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kenan.
Thank you, Madam President, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. I am from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm looking forward for the next week for the Christmas break, because we are collecting so many items for the charity to give it to the homeless people and the children. and we are also creating super. We are going to cook the food and serve through the super kitchen in DC, Washington DC. Lot of charitable work. We will see how we go. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you very much. And another guest, Tony from Australia. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tony, passionate Toastmaster. I was the president of Bangalore Toastmasters Club in India, which led me to create other two clubs, one community and one corporate. And I also served as an area governor in District 82 in the past. Currently in Glen Waverly Toastmasters, serving as their VP Education. I was very curious to know about online Toastmasters Club, and I'm happy to attend this. Something festive? Yeah, of course, Christmas. And well, I'm new to Australia. We are only 9 months in Australia, otherwise I was from India. And looking forward to how Christmas is celebrated in Australia and Melbourne in particular. Yeah, I'm so happy to be with you all.
Thank you. We're happy that you're here with us. Victor.
Thank you, Madam President. My name is Victor Almazan. I am from Mexico, and I had some issues with my camera. That's why you cannot see me. And well, in these holidays, usually my family come to see us. I have a family living in other states of the country. My sister lives, and my brother, I have a sister and one brother. They live in another state, and usually they come to see us, and we spend both Christmas and New Year's together. Back to you, Madam President.
Wow, you're certainly blessed to be able to spend some time with your family on this holidays. And Harry, were you able to use your mic tonight?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, man, I keep fading in and out. So, anyway, Harry Johns, Las Vegas, Nevada, and look forward to finally doing what I was supposed to have done for years. I wrote a book a long time ago on how to study more effectively for school children, and I have been putting off getting it out. Finally, I'm actually going to go ahead and instead of trying to make a profit on it, I want to offer it free of charge to school districts or the teachers. I can't have communication with children, but I want to give away the text to any school district that will use it to help improve attendance and improve the GPA grade point average and increase what's called the ADA, the average daily attendance. In America, ADA means funding for your school. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I am actually looking forward to something that costs me money. I'm glad my wife isn't here. Back to you, Madam Tussle.
Thank you very much, Harry. I'm sure the local school district will be very enamored of you for doing that. And Mike Thorne, were you able to get your phone working for your audio?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can.
Hey, calling from Wilmington, North Carolina. Bah humbug, but I'm looking forward to the bowl games. That's you.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Sunny.
Hello again. I was trying to see if my lights would work, and they do. And I usually say I'm a New York girl living in a Mississippi world, but today I get to come back to my place where I grew up. So I'm here in the Big Apple visiting my sister, and this is her Christmas tree behind me, but tomorrow I get to see the real thing in Rockefeller Center. I get to go visit the Christmas tree. And so that's what I'm looking forward to. And the other festive thing I love during this time of the year is watching the Hallmark Channel. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you. And I apologize profusely. I forgot one of our most important people.
Sheryl.
Isabel,
Oh,
please. I forgot you. I'm sorry.
No problem. Well, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. I'm Isabel from Elk City, Maryland. Well, for this holiday season, I'm looking forward to get together with some friends. This year being particularly busy for me and for many of my friends. So during the holiday season, when we have more leisure time, I look forward to catch up with them. And also, just a couple of days ago, I decided to make my New Year's resolution early. And I just want to share a few. So for this year, I've been busy, but I haven't seen that much results. But I think I'm building momentum for the next year. So for next year, I would like to help my daughter to become an active and confident speaker. And so that's the same goal for myself. I would like to become a competent meeting host and a good presenter. And I also made some goals for better fitness and better health. I want to lose 20 pounds, so I will be as fit as 10 years ago. Those are things to share. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you very much. And for those who might not know me, my name is Tricia Grow. I live near Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which is a very historical town. And I look forward to getting out of the house tomorrow. I just had surgery on Friday and I'm unable to drive, but tomorrow a friend is coming to pick me up so I can go to the local food pantry and serve food to the needy in my area. So we look forward to not only getting out of my house, but helping others as well. And now is my duty as president of this club to introduce to you our Toastmaster of the day. And that person is Sheryl Poirier. Please help me welcome Sheryl.
Thank you so much, Tricia, and everyone else. I understand that my mouth and my noise do not actually go together, and for this I apologize. I'm really trying hard to fix that, but I can't seem to do it other than buy a new computer, and I'm resisting. Although, you know what? That would be the perfect gift for my husband to give me, don't you think? It would make it better for all of you when I'm talking on the screen. And that, of course, is our theme, is choosing the perfect gift. We don't just give gifts at this time of the year. We give gifts for birthdays. We give gifts for new babies. We give gifts for milestones such as retirement or graduation. But how do you choose that perfect gift? I'm hoping to hear some ideas because I have to give a lot of gifts this year. And I, believe it or not, Christmas is next week and I'm not finished my Christmas shopping. I'm very much hoping to get some ideas. Fellow Toastmasters, we go into Toastmasters so we can be better thinkers, better speakers, and better listeners. In every Toastmaster club I belong to, there are 3 parts to each meeting as well. We have prepared speeches, where people practice and come along and show us how well they've practiced a specific project. We have impromptu speeches, table topics is what we call it, and of course, something that's unique to Toastmasters, our immediate evaluation session. I am looking at the agenda and I think it's nearly filled. The one, and I see Sandra came, thank you Sandra, she's the table topics master. I think we have one position left and it's body language monitor. But if we don't have someone for that, I'm willing to drop it because we have 3 speeches today. All right. No takers immediately. People aren't waving, jumping up and down, wanting to do it. All right, we'll leave out body language monitor. Isabel, did you get that? All right. So first up, I'm going to call upon William to share a short speech he's prepared to inspire us. William, please unmute yourself and share your inspiration with us. William? Well, let's move on. I'll come back to William. Our awe counter is Victor. Victor, will you please explain what you're looking for tonight? Victor is also.
Can you hear me now, Madam Toastmaster?
Oh, William, I can. Go ahead
Okay.
with the inspiration, and Victor, you're up next.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and future Toastmasters, the thought of today, or inspiration, life. Be happy, enjoy it, celebrate it every day, and relish it, enjoy it, and you too will be as awesome as our Toastmaster for tonight, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, William. Indeed, that is a gift our parents have given us, correct? The gift of life. And why not celebrate it? Right, Victor, please share with us what you're looking for as the awe counter.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. The purpose of the awe counter role is to help the members to speak precisely and without verbal distractions. To do that, I will listen carefully for filler words, such as ums, you know, and so forth. So I will count the number of these speaking errors and give a report at the end of the meeting. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Victor. And back to William, who is also the grammarian. William, please tell us how the grammarian's role differs from that of the awe counter. What are you looking for? And I bet you have a word of the day for us too.
Yes, I do. Since it's the holidays, I thought of a special word, celebration. How we celebrate the time that we're with our family and how we celebrate the time we're with our fellow Toastmasters. As the grammarian, my job is to listen for good use of English and the not so good use of English, and also to come up with the word of the day, which is celebration. And I will use that in a sentence. Today, I am happy to be celebrating the holidays with my fellow Toastmasters. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, William. As he stated in his inspiration, every day can be a celebration of the perfect gift of life that we all enjoy. Our next monitor, or person who has a small evaluation role, is our chat monitor. Tricia, please share with us what you are looking for in the chat.
Yes, it's my job to keep an eye on the chat, answer any questions that pop up, and just note any significant discourse, and then make a report at the end of the meeting.
Thank you so much. And our timer today is our guest, Tony. Tony, would you please show us how you are going to indicate the passage of time in our meeting?
I have not been a timer in an online meeting, so if someone can please help me. Otherwise, as a timer, my role is to keep track of every segment of the every element of the Toastmasters meeting, because if you want to be a celebrated speaker sometime, you need to be very conscious about not only how you speak, but also how much you speak, understanding your time limits. So my role is that. Now, I would request someone to please explain how time can be indicated in an online meeting. Thank you.
Right. If you have items that are the appropriate colors, red, green, and yellow, just like in a physical Toastmasters meeting. You can hold them up to the screen. Now, because I'm in more than one online club, I have things like this.
Okay.
You know, but you could use a red pen, or you could use a t-shirt, or whatever you have that are the 3 colors. And table topics is 2 minutes, just like 1, 1.5, and 2. Speeches are, I believe all of them tonight are 5 to 7 minutes, so it would be 5, 6, and 7. We also evaluate or hold up the times for the evaluators, if you wouldn't mind that, the speech evaluators. Okay? So now you get to go and hunt for those colors in your office or your house.
Just one quick note is I think Adrian's speech is 6 to 8 minutes.
Oh, you're right, it is. Sorry. So that one.
I'm her evaluator, so I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, thank you, Tricia. I probably would read it out loud later going, oops.
So it'll be green at 6, red or yellow at 7, and red at 8.
Thank you. And that is the end of our roles that are small but important, also included as part of the evaluation. Isabel is our general evaluator, and she will be calling those people forward to present their reports at the last part of the meeting, which is, of course, the evaluation section. Well, right now, we are ready for our prepared speakers. Whether they are ready or not, it's your time. Our first speaker is Adrienne Pearson, and she is speaking from Persuasive Speaking Manual, the Advanced Manual, and the project is number 5, The Persuasive Leader. As Tricia pointed out, her speech will be 6 to 8 minutes. Adrienne has been a member of the Toastmasters community for 3 years. She's currently pursuing her Advanced Communicator Bronze Certificate. Leadership is an acquired skill set that takes time to nurture and grow. One of Adrienne's goals is to become a respected and great leader. She believes that everyone has the potential to be a great leader, and our world can certainly use them. Adrienne's speech is called Together We Can Become Great Leaders. Adrienne Pearson, Together We Can Become Great Leaders. Help me welcome Adrienne.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. We have so much opportunity today that faces each one of us. Simultaneously, we have a crisis on our hands. This crisis must be addressed and must be changed. Many, many people struggle with speaking. They struggle with casually speaking to one another, communicating, or even public speaking. It has been my experience that our workforce leaders can't convey their goals or objectives or missions. And this leads to silos. Silos within organizations where many team members feel that there's this strange sensation of it's all about me and nobody cares about me. It's a damaging effect, and it also can lead to occupational fatalities and injuries. Our social media. 20 years ago, we did not have social media like we do today. So our technology has increased, just exploded, as well as our social media. And our social media is chock full of acronyms. I feel it's almost as if we're inventing a new language. Not to mention the cartoonist emojis to illustrate our feelings. Millions and millions of people cannot speak, and it's everywhere. You encounter it with calling your credit card company because you have some questions, or at the grocery store, even if as your coworker. You see, last week, I attended a workshop. As a business owner, I was interested in learning about a particular topic, and I found a free workshop to attend. The workshop was a 2-hour workshop, supposed to be about learning how government contracting works. Upon arrival, the room was filled with about, I'd say about 10 people. It was a decent sized room. But the speaker, the presenter, oh my. The 2-hour workshop ended up being 35 minutes. The presenter was so nervous. She just rushed through everything. Not to mention, she literally turned around and read her PowerPoint word for word to us. I was very disappointed. I did not even want to continue any relationship with this agency moving forward. And, you know, Mr. Smedley saw this crisis back in 1924 when he started Toastmasters International. His original goal was to improve the communication skills of the men that worked under him. Each one of us has joined Toastmasters for a reason. I personally have joined because I want to be a better speaker. I want to be able to grow my leadership skills and to take on the challenges of being a great leader. The only way I can do it is if I practice. If we practice, we, each one of us, makes our club what it is. All of our members are the reason that our club is so fabulous. We get to learn from each other each time we take a role, even if it's scary. Absolutely, it's scary taking the Toastmaster role. It feels like it's an amazing, large role. But when we step up as members and we have all of the roles filled up, we have prepared speeches, it's a piece of cake. And we get to show our guests how awesome our club is. Not only do we get to grow as speakers and work on our own skills, we get to grow our entire club. You see, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, I have a dream. I have a dream where our club meetings will be filled with all roles filled and all 3 prepared speeches, not for 1 meeting, not for 2 meetings, not even for 3 meetings, but for 1 month and 2 months and 3 months. You see, fellow Toastmasters, I have a dream. I have a dream where we can grow our club and we can fight against this crisis because each one of us goes out into the world on a daily basis. And when we are prepared ourselves, we can influence those around us. We can fight this crisis together. It's a ripple effect when we all step up and we take responsibility and work on it ourselves. We can have a better community. And above all, I have a dream. I have a dream where politicians and national leaders can think quickly on their feet when they're speaking to us and can answer questions without filler words or use strange emojis in text messages or even Twitter messages. You see, fellow Toastmasters, I have a dream. Join with me in celebration of our club as we ring in the new year and become the greatest online club our Toastmasters International has ever seen us. Thank you, Toastmasters. Back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Adrian. I almost wish that we could hear each other because I'm sure the applause would be deafening. What a great goal. And it includes all of us who are members of this club as well. Our second speaker is Mike Zhong, who is one of our newer members. Now, Mike is working from Innovative Planning, Level 3, Increasing Knowledge, and the topic is Connect with Storytelling, or the project is Connect with Storytelling. The purpose of this particular project is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. Now, Mike says, everybody flies from places from time to time. Airports seem to be just a place for transporting people from one place to another. But in Mike's story, what happened to him in an airport teaches him something for life. His speech is 5 to 7 minutes, and I look forward to hearing Mike's story. The title, Beautiful Marks. Mike Zhong, Beautiful Marks. Help me welcome Mike.
Travel changes you. It leaves beautiful marks on you, says the travel documentarian Anthony Bourdain. It's a cloudy and gloomy December afternoon. I was alone at the international airport in Brussels, Belgium. I intend to fly to Paris for a conference. As I stand in front of the departure board, I'm confused. My flight is supposed to be at 3 in the afternoon, but on the board, I can only see the one that departs at 6. What happened? I approach the customer service rep. He scans my passport and says in a low voice, "Sir, you're at the wrong airport." What? Wrong airport? I double check my flight ticket and I realize I am indeed at the wrong airport. It's so embarrassing that I feel everybody at the airport is laughing at me. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, and frequent flyers, have you done stupid things like this? It's in 2016. I've just graduated from with my master's degree, and I feel on top of the world. I'm inspired by that quote, "Travel changes you. It leaves beautiful marks on you." I want the beautiful marks, and I want to celebrate life. So I'm just embarking on a 9-month trip around the world. Well, standing at the airport, I said to myself, travel does change me. It leaves stupid marks on me. What would you do if this happened to you? I dash into the train station, head to the other right airport. When I arrive, I realize my stupidity has real consequences. I miss my flight by only 10 minutes. My world sinks. What makes it worse is that it is such a remote airport that can hardly find any good English speaker. Instead, I have to communicate in my broken French. After long conversations with pardons and sorries, I finally get to know that the next flight to Paris is the next day, and there's no train back to Brussels till next morning. And they are also saying something in French that I don't understand it. And at that moment, I feel I will never understand it anyway. I drag my suitcase outside of the airport. By that time, I'm physically and emotionally exhausted. I look around for any tall building that looks like a hotel, but no luck. And very few people around to ask for help either. I can only see some trees and large fields and some shabby houses. My cell phone doesn't have internet and it's running out of battery. And it's already late in the afternoon. It's getting darker, it's getting colder, and I feel stuck. At that moment, I no longer feel I'm on top of the world. Fear and anxiety are on top of me. With a big backpack and my suitcase, I obviously look like a tourist with my Chinese-looking face. And I start thinking about news that Chinese tourists getting robbed in a foreign country. Oh my goodness. With fear and anxiety, I'm convinced that I'm getting robbed that day. I miss my flight, and I feel as if my world has come to an end. Travel not only changes me, but also kills me. It leaves a deadly marks on me. Suddenly, I spot a sign in the distance. It says, "Service the bus." Bus? Is there a bus here? Oh, I realize it's such a stupid question. It's an airport. There must be some sort of transportation. Oh, I found my rescuer. I rush towards it and get on the bus to a city in France called Lille. At least I can leave this dreadful place. At least I can get closer to Paris. After the bus stops at the train station in Lille, I purchased the train ticket to Paris the next morning. When I stand in the well-lit street with people walking by, I know that I'm in the city. Somehow, I feel safer, much safer than the remote airport I was at hours ago. I happen to find a Chinese restaurant where I order some Chinese food and recharge my phone that connects to the Wi-Fi and book a room on Airbnb quickly. When I finally arrived at my Airbnb room, I'm absolutely relieved. I was no longer stuck in that remote airport. I didn't get robbed as I anticipated. My world didn't end after missing the flight in a foreign country. I've learned that fear and anxiety will be there when life happens. But everything happens for the best. Travel does change me. At the beginning, no matter how stupid or deadly the marks seem to be, the marks are beautiful in the end. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Mike. I have a plane trip planned in January, and I certainly hope nothing like that happens to me, even if it did leave beautiful marks. Thank you. I have enough marks. I forgot for Adrian to allow us 1 minute to write comments in the chat room, so I will do that this time. So please take a moment to give Mike some feedback.
Time's up.
Okay. Yep, I was timing it too. Thank you. Our third and final speaker is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Kanan Sankara. I don't know how many DTMs he has, but I think it's 3. Yet his speech today is from that basic of all manuals, that one that some of us have done multiple times just because it's so great, the Competent Communication Manual. His project today is number 5, Your Body Speaks. And today, Kanan wants to share a real story about his culinary skills. As a former foods teacher myself, I'm quite interested to see how he will apply My Body Speaks to a story about culinary skills in an online venue. His speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Please help me welcome Kanan Sankara with his speech, My Culinary Skills. Kanan Sankara.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Hello, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I can cook my own food from today, I told my wife. Without any hesitation, my wife replied, great, that's a good news for me. Now take out the salad that you are preparing from the microwave. Fellow Toastmasters, I have been pampered by 2 women throughout my life. First, by my mom, and then by my wife. Till today, my wife brings a cup of coffee at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. My mom did not allow anyone to enter her kitchen. She felt that her kingdom is her kitchen. We needed to ask her whatever we wanted, then she would cook it for us. I used to help my mom only in buying the urgent vegetables like chilies or coconut pieces that might be required for the day. When I got married, my wife took over and she used to cook the food that we needed every day. Those days, there were no internet, only cooking books. She used to cook whatever I wanted without any murmur. Of late, after married for 28 years, when I asked my wife for the second cup of coffee around 11 a.m., she might respond, what? That, now listen to me, that what has many hidden meanings. What might be, I did not hear, what do you need? Or, why you need a coffee? I am not going to get up from my seat. One day, I asked my wife to prepare a curry that my mom used to make frequently. I do not know why, if I say I want the curry in the same way like my mom used to make, my wife does not like it. She would like to make the curry in her own way. One day, I used to make the same mistake that every man makes. I made a remark that my mom is the best cook in the world. I should have remembered that I am married for 28 years. My wife responded, then you should ask your mom to make the curry. When I reminded her that my mom is no more, she replied, you should have learned from her. Some of you know me, my fellow Toastmasters, that I love challenges. But this time, I did not know what I was getting into. I accepted the challenge and told my wife, I could cook anything well. This is like telling Toastmasters I can speak and then get nervous. I thought there was YouTube, Google, and other websites that I could bank on. To complicate the things, we are vegetarians and use 4 different types of lentils that all look similar. And I needed to know what to use and when. I thought I can check my YouTube which shows the photographs of the ingredients. I challenged my wife that I could prepare the curry for that day. Indeed, we will have a celebration that day, I told. I bought vegetables that could be cooked easily for curry. Normally, I bring all the vegetables I like, but today, on that day, I just bought whatever is easily cookable. I tried to cut the vegetables. Guess what? Each piece came in a different shape. I remembered when my wife cut the vegetables in different shapes some years ago. I thought just after our marriage, I told that my mom used to cut everything exactly similar. Now I opened my laptop, searched how to make curry in the YouTube, and opened the website. I did exactly what YouTube said. I add the tamarind paste, cook the lentil, and checked that everything was used, and added the curry masala, everything. Ah, what a smell. It's boiling. I tasted a drop, and everything looks good. Little bit of salt is required. I thought today I am going to put little more salt because I am cooking. Generally, my wife put less salt for the health reason. I grabbed the salt bottle and added a bit more. I garnished the curry. I called my son immediately, asked him to come home for lunch. I bragged. I cooked. And if he wanted the best food in Baltimore, he needed to come immediately. Poor guy, he came and we three sat together. We put the rice and added the curry. He tasted the curry. What? It tasted so sweet like a kheer. Curry should not be sweet. It should be spicy. I did not know what happened. I suspected sabotage from my wife immediately. My wife sympathetically asked me what I added. I told her the curry was tasted better until I added the salt. Where is the salt water? I showed her. She told me, that is not salt, that is sugar. Fellow Toastmasters, I had added sugar instead of salt. Till today, my son and my wife are making fun of me. If I want to cook, I can cook, but don't use sugar instead of salt. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Kanan. Yeah, I don't know if it'll make you feel better, but that happens more than once a year, I'm certain. And over my teaching career, I'm fairly sure I saw that at least 10 times. Of course, I taught people who were 11 to 15 years of age, but that's just, a place you could go, right? You're not alone. And indeed, I'm sure your culinary skills have improved.
My wife cooks me more often. Thank you.
1 minute, please, for everyone to have a few comments for Kanan. Trying to say the minutes up, but I was muted. Now we move on to the impromptu speeches in Toastmasters. To tell us something about it and give us the topics, I will now call upon Sandra Paris, one of our very newest members, and also from Manitoba, Canada. Help me welcome Sandra.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, this evening for our table topic session, first let me give you an idea as to why we do table topics in Toastmasters. It is one of the most exciting portions of our meeting because it allows us to speak extemporaneously about a subject that you will find out in a moment. The main objective is to challenge our members to develop their impromptu communication skills, to think effectively on their feet by answering unrehearsed questions. It also gives our members an opportunity to speak at each meeting. One of the benchmarks, I guess one could say, that Mr. Smedley put in place, that everyone should have an opportunity to speak at each meeting. Table Topics also is specifically designed to develop our essential communication skills, those of listening, thinking, organizing, and speaking. Today, as your table topic master, I will be asking you questions in accordance with our meeting theme of gifts. And I will ask that in your discourse, you use the word of the day, celebration. Our timing, Mr. Timer, for table topics will be green at 1 minute, yellow at 1.5 minutes, and red at 2 minutes. You should strive to speak for not less than 1 minute and not more than 2 minutes, 30 seconds. With that being said, I will call you by name and ask you to choose a number between 1 and 4. And then I will give you the question attached to that number. So, Chris, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Chris, choose a number between 1 and 4.
All right, let's go with 4.
4. What is your Christmas shopping regime?
I can hear my wife laughing in the background. Thank you, Table Topics Master, for that question. My Christmas shopping regime only takes me 15 minutes to do my entire Christmas shopping. The regime is in the living room. It's in my chair. It's a recliner. It's a little torn up on the sides. It no longer reclines. I call him Mr. Chair. I sit in Mr. Chair and holding in my right hand either my phone or my tablet. In my left hand, I have my finger ready. I'm scrolling through Amazon, clicking on items, adding them to my cart. I'm going to get this for my wife. I'm getting this for my mom. I'm going to get this item for my nephew. I'm going to get this item for a friend of mine. I'm going to have to send a check to my father-in-law for Christmas. I got all of it in my cart, and I'm ready to do that final click. I don't look at the total, because if I did, I'm going to have a Christmas-sized heart attack, and Santa will have to revive me. So I hit click, and it takes me through the checkout lane. In that checkout lane, I choose either my Prime Day or, since it's December 1st, no rush shipping. So I get $1 credit or $2 towards an ebook later on from Amazon. Then I hit the final submit button, and it's done. My shopping is done. All I have to do is wait for an email from the UPS store where all my mail goes to, so no porch pirate can get my packages. I wait for that email. When it gets in, I delegate that duty to my wife. Since I'm not allowed to drive a car, she goes and picks it up, brings it home, and I delegate wrapping to other people. That is my Christmas regiment that I do each year. And then afterwards, I sit back and celebrate the fact I'm done shopping and everyone else hasn't even begun. Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Chris. Next, I will call on Willie. Willie, are you there?
unmute myself. Yes, I'm here.
Willie, choose a number to read between 1 and 3.
Give me a 1.
1. Scenario, Willie. You went all out and purchased a really nice Christmas gift for your secret Santa recipient. However, when you got your gift, it was clear that no thought went into that purchasing of your gift. What do you do?
Thank you, table topic master. I will, first thing is, I will go and get another gift for a backup. And because it may be costly to get another one, but it's the heart that counts, not the value. It's the heart that counts, that we want to get it right for the person, regardless if it's not working for us. We all make mistakes in life. Even we do not know what the product can help, can be a very good product, but somehow the quality check is not there. So we all need to do, whether we bought a gift for people or we choose people, we always need to do quality check. This is something that we lack in life. We buy on impulse that created the problem. So quality check is what we need to go for it, and then we need to learn how to be a very good chooser in life. Thank you, Manatos, table topic master.
Thank you very much, Willie, for that heartwarming to remind us that it is not value, but the thought that counts. Next, I would like to call on Sunny. Give me a number between 2 and 3, or 2 or 3.
3.
3. Sunny, you pulled the name of someone in your secret Santa that you really do not care for. What do you do? Do you exchange it with someone else, or do you be the bigger person? What do you do?
I exchange, well, I pull a gift, a name, and it turns out that it's someone that I don't really care for. That really could happen in real life. And if it did, if it was the old me, I probably would get them something cheap. Just like Willie might have pulled that gift, no thought into it. But over the months and over the past year, I've made it an intentional thought to be kind. And so I would probably get this person a really nice gift. If I know that they love to read books, I'd probably buy a book that they probably would want to read, and they probably say, wow, thank you. And that even reminds me, just being a person who gets gifts for people, I really do enjoy putting some thought into it. My sister doesn't know it, but her favorite all-time movie is The Wizard of Oz. And I found a Coach bag that has the little Dorothy shoes, the witch's shoes on the bag. And I can't wait to give it to her on Thursday. It's her birthday. My other sister, she and I both, we love Hallmark movies. So there are these socks out that say, if you're reading this, if you can read this, don't bother me, or something similar. I'm watching Hallmark movies, and I know my sister will love that. And my other sister is such a planner. I believe that she's going to love the I Bloom planner that I gave to her, that just will help her have a magnificent 2020. It's really nice. And then it makes me feel just as good to be the giver. And I'm hoping that they will really enjoy. So back to your question, if I pulled a person's name and it wasn't someone I cared for, I'd still put some thought into it, because I feel that it's better to give than receive. And hopefully it will make her also know that perhaps I care. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Sunny. I want to get onto your gift list. And Mr. Timer, do we have time for one more?
Yes.
Okay. Kim, actually, Mr. Timer, can someone else take the time in for Tony?
I can do that. That's Cheryl.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Cheryl. Tony, tell us of a time that you received a gift from an unlikely gifter. Why was it unlikely, and how did you feel about the gift?
Yeah. Dear Madam Table Topic Master and fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, I cannot really think of a real instance where I received a gift from an unlikely person. But there is one gift which surprised me. That was for my wedding, from a person who was very close to me, who was a childhood junior friend of mine. And for my wedding, it's very common in India that we have big weddings with with a lot of number of people. For example, my wedding was attended by around 800 people. So this friend of mine came with a gift. I follow Christian religion, so he's a Hindu, but he came up with a gift which was typically purely Christian. It was an image of Mother Mary, and it really surprised me that he had thought about a gift which is relevant for me. And it was not only that it was a good image, it was of a great material. It was made of gold, and that was really a surprise for me. And over years, I realized that he had a very special affection towards me. Our bonding was really good. We kept meeting each other after my wedding. Yeah, we still continue to be great friends, even though we are not in touch very often. He has still a place for me, and I still carry the gift. It's with me here in Australia. It is a special gift to me. Yeah, I often think about my friend because of that gift. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Tony, for sharing that special moment with us. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for participating, and I return control to Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Sandra, and all of our speakers. It is now time for that wonderful part of the meeting where we hear how we did in the opinion of others. In addition to what you see on the chat, we have had a team of evaluators, and in charge of leading this part of the meeting, I'm going to call upon our general evaluator today, Isabel. Isabel, take over the frame.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Thank you for, sorry. The evaluation segment is a very important and unique segment of the Toastmaster meeting. We will hear truthful and objective, constructive feedback. That's how we foster a friendly, supportive environment for everybody to grow and become better version of ourselves. To start the evaluation, we're gonna first have the prepared speech evaluations. For our first prepared speaker, we have Toastmaster Tricia Grow. Tricia will be evaluating Adrian's speech. Please help me welcome Tricia.
Thank you very much. Adrian, you had me hooked from the title of your speech. Together, we can become great leaders. I just thought that was excellent. Excellent way to get our attention before you even spoke. I noticed tonight especially you had really great eye contact. You looks like you were looking just at me. I just really appreciated your thoughtfulness and being able to carry on that eye contact throughout your speech. You also had a very clear voice and a very smooth rate of speech throughout your speech. You did have some hand gestures, which I'll be mentioning a little bit later, but the ones I did see were very animated. And your vocal variety, they literally exploded out of the screen. Your voice was up and down and soft and everywhere in between. And I just really appreciated that, how lively and enthusiastic and how that just came across naturally. It wasn't forced. It wasn't pretense. You really care about this, and it came through in your voice throughout the speech. Also, one other positive thing I really noticed in this particular speech is that you used pauses very effectively. You placed them in very strategic parts of your speech that helped us catch up and soak in the information that you were giving. So I just wanted to make sure that I noticed that you had used pauses very well tonight. Some things I thought you could do to make this speech even better, already really good, is that when you do gestures, this is a common thing you'll hear in the online club, is they were a bit too fast. You were very blurry. So just when you're going to use a gesture, slow yourself down mentally. Even though you're excited and you want to share with us, you have to really think about it and slow it down just a little bit. The other part is a lot of your gestures started here. And so I didn't see. I could tell you were using your hands, but I couldn't see what they were doing. Again, it's just being aware of your camera and knowing where your space is. And that, again, you were just so into the meat of the speech. It wasn't as important. I just wanted to bring that up because it's something as an online presenter you should be aware of, is that your gestures weren't really seen because they were below the camera angle. I really, really appreciated the call to action at the end of the speech. We can all become great leaders together, which was the most important part, is that I can't lead this club by myself. I need other people to help me. If you want to become a distinguished Toastmaster or finish your confident leader or finish your level 1 in pathways, you need other people to help you. And this is what your speech was all about. And your passion just came through naturally. Your voice was clear, wonderful rate of speed, vocal variety, gestures, and I was all sold in. I had a very hard time taking notes because I was just drawn in by your energy and your positiveness and your passion. So I can't wait to hear you speak again, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Tricia. That was an excellent evaluation. And I noticed when Tricia is giving her evaluation and everybody is nodding in agreement, especially Adrian. Well, our second speaker was Mike Zhong. He is a powerful speaker, and he will be evaluated by another powerful evaluator, Mike Zhong. Let's welcome Mike to the stage.
Thank you very much. First, I want to comment upon the table topics.
If someone gave me a present I didn't like, or I picked somebody's name I didn't like, I give them a 1,000-piece puzzle of a sky. That'd be my idea of a perfect present. The second point I want to make is that I should know better than to be Mike Zhong's evaluator, because he leaves me so little to evaluate. All I can do is say, wow, you did it again, Mike. You're supposed to use a story to increase knowledge. You not only increased it, but you did it by sharing your knowledge. And the second point is, I think we all celebrate your return to competitive communicators. You have been missed. Going to your speech per se, the introduction by the Toastmaster I thought was very well done. It established the overall setting at the outset. Everybody knew what to expect. Now, with regard to your speech itself, I'm hard-pressed to come up with much of anything different than what was already been shown on the comments. You had great clarity in the delivery and your pacing. In fact, your vocalization I thought was superior. Your vocal variety, the volume was on top of things. I also liked your tone when the agent said, "Sir, you're in the wrong airport." But I also liked your intensity. The idea that this is reaching into you and making you wonder why you're doing that. And of course, your hand gestures. Everything worked with the hand gestures as well. Your eye contact, what I'm trying to do right now, I thought was exceptional. But overall, I thought it was a great story to make your point. And the sequencing of the major points within the story, again, I thought was exceptional. So now I get to the part where I'm supposed to offer suggestions for improvement, Mike. Remind me to never evaluate you again. At the beginning, at the very beginning, I thought your title may have been a little bit stronger. It could be titled A Learning Experience, or The Joys of Travel, or something of that nature. Because as it was, I sort of missed the point. And then at the very end, I thought maybe you were a little bit rushed or felt rushed in your summary. You never really gave us a clear call to action. It could have been something along the lines of learn from my experience or learn from your own experiences. But overall, Mike, another fantastic job. I'm never going to evaluate you again. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Mike. You gave a great evaluation, so authentic and so to the point. Our third speaker is Kenan Sankara. With 4 DTM designations, Kenan is one of our most productive speakers. And he will be evaluated by Willie Lowe. Please help me welcome Willie.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Okay, Gulkana, your use of body language with an interesting content have created a great interest in the audience. Why do I say that? Because I view all the audience in a gallery view. I see their expression. I see Tricia smiling away. I see the Toastmaster of the day, Shirley, smiling away. So it's laugh, especially laughter for the audience as I observe. Okay, let me evaluate all your speech delivery. Your speech purpose was clear with speech organization that is clear and logic structure. Your posture was in a very posted environment. It could be better if you can move forward like what I did now, so that we can see your expression better. Your facial expression was animated, friendly, and you show genuinely. With Toastmaster training, you have shown us how an Indian can be a good speaker without any accent, an Indian accent. That I really praise you. Okay, let's come to the cooler part of your evaluation. That is area of improvement. You should use blog. You should use picture. You should show video of how people enjoy your curry, and then which can be enhance your speech better. Thank you. Madam General Evaluator, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Willie. That was a very nice evaluation. And also my special thanks to you for taking this role at the last moment to make this meeting successful. Now I would like to call a team of helpers for the overall meeting evaluation. First, I would like to call our accountant, Victor Almazen. Victor, would you please give us your account report?
Sure, thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Okay, most of you did pretty well. You didn't say any cruel words. I just heard Tony. Tony, I got you with 5 L, 4 ons, and 9 O. Okay, in the table topic session, all the other speakers did pretty good. And in the evaluation section, Isabel, you said 1A, Tricia 1A, and Willie 1A. And that's my report. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Victor. Yeah, very good. You have very good observation. Thank you for pointing out everybody's filler words. And now I would like to call our grammarian. Our grammarian is William Thomas. William, would you please give us your report?
Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and future Toastmasters, everybody did a great job. I could not find any mistakes in the English language. Everybody has really improved. So with that said, Madam General Evaluator, I return control back to you.
Thank you, William. Thank you for your kind words. And now I would like to call our chat monitor, Tricia Grow. Tricia, please give us a report on chat usage.
Thank you very much. I saw several people use the word of the day in the chat. So good job. And lots of positive, constructive thoughts for our speakers. So thank you for sharing those. Other than that, I didn't see anything noteworthy.
Thank you, Tricia. Now I would like to call our timer. Timer is Tony Simon. Mr. Timer, please give us your report.
So the meeting started on time. Our prepared speakers, Adrian took 6 minutes 35 seconds. Mike took 6 minutes 49 seconds, and Kannan took 7 minutes 13 seconds. And table topics, Chris 1 minute 57, Willie 1 minute 35, Sunny 2 minutes 27, and Tony 2 minutes 6 seconds. For evaluations, Tricia took just over 4 minutes. Mike took 3 minutes 12 seconds, and Willie took 1 minute 47 seconds. Yes. That's pretty much it. I've not gone very deep into all other topics.
Thank you, Tony. Well, you covered all the segments that's supposed to be timed. Very good report. Thank you. And I would like to give a few general comments about the meeting. I really feel this is a very high quality meeting because we have great attendance today, and our speakers are very powerful speakers. They are very highly skilled, and so is the impromptu speakers, our table topic speakers. The whole meeting has a nice vibe of a holiday celebration. So with that, I would like to return the control back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Isabel. We have reached the end of the meeting. I see by next week's agenda, we have a Toastmaster and 3 speakers. And our next meeting is not next week. I think if you have any questions about that, you only have to know that it's Christmas Eve in North America at this time next week. So I hope to see some of you on December 31st. Now I will hand it back to our president, Tricia Grow.
Thank you very much. Sunny was so kind to create the poll before she had to leave, so y'all can take a few moments and fill out your thoughts. Please, Kanan prefers not to be voted on, so just ignore that entry for the best preferred speaker, but otherwise feel free to vote as you will. As Sheryl was so kind to mention, we will not be having a meeting next week. I know many people in North America will be away or visiting family, traveling. It's just going to be too difficult to put enough people together to have the meeting. However, we will be here December 31st to celebrate the new year together. We're going to have a New Year's Eve party, so bring your hats, your little noise makers, however you would like to celebrate the new year. Willie?
Will be a new year for in Singapore already.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, well, I know many countries will already have their new year by 9 o'clock.
Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore will be in
But
the
you
new
get to
year.
celebrate it all over again, so there'll be even special. Have a second New Year celebration. All right, it looks like we're about halfway of the poll, so I'll just also say that we're thinking for the first meeting of 2020. Oh my goodness! Is we're going to have a celebration of new members orientation, and we'll have more details between now and then. I'm going to get together with Sunny and some of the other executive committee. But I just wanted to let you know that is in the planning. So if you are a new member, please try and be in attendance on that date, which will be, look it up there on my calendar, it will be the 7th. January 7th. So I'll look forward to seeing you all in 2 weeks and then on the 7th. But it looks like the poll is pretty, yes.
Do we have a meeting on 31st or we don't have a meeting on 31st?
Yep.
We have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we'll be done by 9 p.m. So even if you want to go out and celebrate the new year, you'll still have some time to get somewhere and have some sparkly champagne and give somebody special a kiss at midnight. All right, I see that our poll is completed, so I will now give the results. Oh, yay, we reached 100%. It was awesome today. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad that you enjoyed our meeting. And then, oh, it was so close. Who wants to know who our best speaker was? It was very, very close. It was Mike. Yay. And then I know, Mike, you're fairly new, but something that we do as a tradition is we ask the best speaker to say a word or two on how you feel on winning this award.
Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you for voting me for that. Well, basically, I'm happy to share that experience and entertain the audience with you. The thing is that, you know, it was never a really good experience, and I don't really anticipate anybody to have that experience, really. But anyway, life happens. And I guess that one of the things I really love about Toastmasters is that whatever, you know, things happen to us, whether it's good things or whether it's bad things that happen in life, we can all, you know, over the time, we all turn them into great speeches, or good speeches, I could say. So thanks for that. I really, really miss you, and I'll see you at the next meeting.
Great. It was so wonderful to have you back, Mike. All right. Our next vote was Best Table Topic Speaker. And our Best Table Topic Speaker has left the meeting, so it goes to the second place winner, who was Chris. Yay, Chris and his shopping regime. Chris, would you like to take a moment and talk about your award?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Since I am second place, this kind of ties in what I was going to say. This is the second best birthday gift you guys could have given me. The first best would have been paying off my credit card bill from my Amazon shopping spree. Actually, my best birthday gift is spending time with my wife and spending time with all of you guys on my birthday. And in case if I don't get to say it before we sign off tonight, wish everyone a happy holiday season and see you guys New Year's Eve.
Thank you. We feel certainly honored that you decided to share your birthday with us, Chris. Next is our Best Speech Evaluator. And I don't believe this, but it was me. So I don't know how I beat out Mike Thorne. I'm not sure how that happened, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I always strive to find something that bring the speaker do something better, whether it's just my opinion or not. They can take it or leave it, I don't care. But I do try. And lastly, our favorite facilitator today, Sheryl. Yay! Thank you, Sheryl. We always appreciate you. We'd love to hear a word from you.
Well, thank you very much. And what this proves, anybody can be Toastmaster with only less than 24 hours to prepare. So if you haven't signed up to be Toastmaster in the future, why not give it a try? It's not that hard because we have an agenda we can follow and a great team that pulls it together and makes it a great meeting every week. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you very much, Sheryl. I can count on this many fingers how many times that's happened to me. So it's really not that difficult. You print out the agenda, you follow the agenda, and you have a huge, great team that will work with you to fill out any spots that might be missing, which I was very grateful that we didn't have many of those tonight. I will go ahead and ask Isabel to stop recording.